What if I told you that right now, this very second, your body is fighting for your life, and you don't even feel it? Inside you, there's a silent war happening. Billions of tiny sentinels, your immune cells, are patrolling every corner of your body, scanning for anything that doesn't belong. They move through your blood and tissues like watchmen on endless night shifts, searching for the smallest hint of danger. Some are part of your innate immune system, the first responders. They don't care what the invader is. If it looks suspicious, they attack immediately. Others belong to your adaptive immune system, specialists that take more time to respond. But when they do, they're precise. They remember enemies for decades, sometimes for life. So if they ever come back, your body is ready before you even know it's under attack. And here's the thing. You fight off threats all the time without ever noticing. Every breath you take, every surface you touch, every meal you eat brings in potential invaders, viruses, bacteria, fungi, even parasites. Most of them never get the chance to harm you, because your immune system neutralizes them long before symptoms appear. It's a battle you can't see, but if you could, it would look like a sprawling, coordinated defense network, cells swarming around an intruder, chemical signals firing like flares in the dark, all of it happening in complete silence. And yet, sometimes the enemy slips past. You feel the fever, the aches, the cough, the signs that your body is fighting a war big enough for you to notice. But imagine something different. Imagine that this battle never happened in the first place. No enemy to fight, no fever to burn away, no sickness at all. It sounds perfect, but what would it really mean for you? Picture waking up tomorrow in a world where sickness doesn't exist. You open your eyes, take a deep breath, and there's no congestion, no scratch in your throat, no dull ache warning you to slow down. You get out of bed without wondering if you're coming down with something. You'd never have to cancel plans because of the flu, never miss school or work because of a stomach bug. No more nights curled up with a fever, no aching joints from an infection, no phone calls to the doctor, no long waits in sterile offices under buzzing fluorescent lights. And it wouldn't just be the small, everyday illnesses that vanish. The heavy hitters, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, would be gone too. No chemotherapy, no insulin injections, no memory slipping away in the hands of time. Hospitals would be nearly empty. Pharmacies would be ghost towns. You wouldn't see charity fundraisers for medical treatments because no one would need them. Think about what it would mean for the people you love. No watching your child battle an ear infection. No visiting a sick parent in a hospital bed. No goodbye said too soon because of a disease that couldn't be cured. Entire chapters of human suffering would be erased. And what about the time you'd get back? No sick days. No recovery periods. Every moment of your life spent exactly how you want, without your body slowing you down. The world's productivity would skyrocket, businesses, schools, and governments all running without the disruptions illness brings. It feels like perfection, a kind of utopia humanity has dreamed about for centuries. A life where fear of disease is just a story from the past, told in history books, barely believable. But here's the thing, when something is completely removed from life, we often forget the role it played in shaping who we are. We forget the hidden ways it kept us prepared, or the quiet balance it maintained without us realizing. So, in a world without illness, would we actually be stronger? Or would we be setting ourselves up for something far more dangerous? The truth is, your immune system isn't just a shield, it's a muscle. And like any muscle, it needs training. Every time you get sick, your immune system is running a drill. It studies the invader, learns its weaknesses, and remembers exactly how to take it down. That memory can last for years, sometimes a lifetime. Without those drills, your body loses opportunities to adapt and grow stronger. If you lived your whole life without encountering a single threat, your immune system wouldn't need to be active. Over time, it could become sluggish, like a guard who's never faced a real break-in. And if this world without illness lasted for generations, the effect could be even greater. We've seen hints of this in history. When isolated populations first encountered new diseases from other parts of the world, their immune systems had no experience with them. The result was devastating. Entire communities were lost because their bodies didn't know how to respond. Now imagine an entire human race raised in perfect health for centuries. No microbes to train against, no practice runs. Then one day, something truly new arrives. A virus, a bacterium, maybe even something from beyond Earth, in a body that's never fought before. That single threat could spread unchecked. You might think technology could save us, and maybe it could, but technology works best when it has time. Without natural immunity as a first defense, that time might run out before help arrives. So while never getting sick sounds like the ultimate upgrade, it might actually be leaving the door wide open for a disaster we can't see coming. And that's only part of the problem, because sickness doesn't just affect your immune system. It shapes your body in other ways you might never expect. From the moment you're born, you're not just growing, you're adapting. Your body is learning the world through every touch, every breath, every microscopic encounter. And sickness, as unwanted as it feels, is part of that education. When you're a child, small exposures to viruses and bacteria help shape how your immune system works for the rest of your life. Without them, your body can become hypersensitive, reacting to harmless things like pollen, dust, or certain foods. This is part of what scientists call the hygiene hypothesis. The idea that too little exposure to germs early on can actually increase allergies and autoimmune problems. Then there's your gut. Inside you right now are trillions of microbes, tiny organisms that help digest food, regulate mood, and support immunity. Many of them originally came from the same environment that carries disease. In a world without sickness, you might also lose contact with these beneficial microbes, weakening systems in your body you didn't even know depended on them. Some illnesses even play strange, unexpected roles in shaping human evolution. Certain genetic traits, like the sickle cell trait, exist because they once helped protect against deadly diseases like malaria. Without those pressures, our DNA might change in unpredictable ways over time. And there's another layer. Sickness, as cruel as it can be, sometimes forces us to slow down, to care for each other, to see vulnerability as a shared human experience. Without it, that part of our connection might fade. We could lose not only physical defenses, but also the emotional resilience that comes from enduring hard moments together. Now imagine a world where generations live without illness. When something new does appear, a pathogen, a toxin, or an unforeseen biological threat, it might strike a population with no preparation, no resistance, and no memory of what it means to fight. So yes, a life without sickness could be peaceful, easy, even joyful. But the absence of struggle doesn't always lead to strength. Sometimes, it leaves you unready for the day the fight finally comes. Which leads to the question, could we ever truly make this sickness-free world real? And if we could, should we? Right now, we're closer than ever to reshaping the way humans experience disease. Vaccines have erased smallpox from the planet. Polio, once feared worldwide, has been pushed to the edge of extinction. Modern treatments can turn once fatal infections into minor inconveniences. And with tools like CRISPR gene editing, scientists are exploring ways to repair genetic flaws before they ever cause illness. It's not impossible to imagine a future where most diseases are gone, but all of them, that's where nature fights back. Viruses and bacteria evolve faster than we can study them. They adapt to our defenses, find new ways to survive, and sometimes leap from animals to humans with devastating speed. Even if we eliminated every known illness, something new could appear in months or days. And then there's the question of balance. In trying to remove every sickness, would we also remove the natural pressures that keep our bodies and immune systems adaptable? Would we be trading a world of many small battles for the risk of one catastrophic war? Technology might tip the scales in our favor, but it can't guarantee safety forever. The truth is, some dangers can only be met with a body that knows how to fight. Maybe the goal isn't to erase sickness entirely, but to live in a world where it rarely wins. A world where prevention, treatment, and resilience all work together. Where we're healthy enough to enjoy life, but still prepared for whatever comes next. Because if one day we truly woke up in a world without disease, we might not realize what we've lost until it's too late. And by then, the first real sickness in generations could change everything.